Hey gang, it's Deltia from DeltiasGaming.com here to do a real quick video on ESO Master Weapons. Now this was added in September of 2014, but not a lot of people have got them, and I'm starting to see them appear, and I actually got two of them, so I wanted to show you them and kind of share what they are. So first off, let's go to my inventory. You notice the Master Restoration Staff. The enchantment is very, very unique. The first tick of Grand Healing ability restores stamina, 22. And then while equipped, it pumps up your magicka by 91. The charge trait is random. So how do you get these? First off, you get them in Dragonstar Arena, Wave 10 specifically. They don't drop 1 through 9. It's only 10. As you can see, mine is VR 13. That drops in normal Dragonstar Arena. The VR14 version only drops in Veteran. I've ran it probably 6 or 7 times and got 2 stabs. So it's a pretty decent ratio. And there's weapons for every type. Daggers, bows, two-handers, swords. And I have pictures of almost every single one I'm going to show you after this little intro. So that's how you get them in Dragonstar Arena. Once again, level 10 only. After you beat it, you go in and get the chest. That's how I got this one. They're also supposed to drop from leaderboard rewards at the end of season for PvP. I haven't seen or heard anyone get those, so I don't really know much about that. And then also Serpent Trial. Sanctum Ophidia on Veteran mode is supposed to drop them. Considering that's very, very hard, I haven't seen a whole lot of people get them. So your best bet is probably to do Dragonstar Arena. And so they have these unique alternate enchantments, which you'll see after this video in every single one. And then also, they're really unique to one ability. Destructive Touch is the Inferno staff, which I don't like too much, but Grand Healing, which is the basic healing spell, and the Restoration staff skill line, which I took, Healing Springs, it affects that. So watch what I do here. When I cast Healing Springs, well, first off, you notice when I switch weapons, it has a very unique green tint to it. How cool is that? So it has its own unique, awesome little image, if you will. And when you cast it, you'll hear it, and then look at the staff itself. It glows green. And it makes an own unique sound. So that's really cool. They put some time into this, and I really enjoy the sound effects. Is it the best in slot? Well, that's going to determine on your build. I currently use this for my Healer Templar, which I'm on right now, Big Jake, and I really like it. 22 stamina doesn't seem like a lot, but with the skills that I'm running, every little bit counts. And for your tank, if you're doing Dragonstar Arena, you got a dodge roll block, that sort of thing, it's really useful. Now, speaking of maybe one not so useful, is the Destruction Staff. And that looks cool right here. Look at that ball on there. When I swap to it, it glows fire. That's awesome. But what it enhances is Destructive Touch. Hits for a little bit harder and reduces the cost. So let's go ahead and look at that ability. I took Destructive Clinch, which is basically the knockbacker that causes the elemental, and I don't really see it being that effective in PvE. PvP, it may be very, very effective, but if you look here, it deals 312 damage. But it's not going to replace Crushing Shock anytime soon. Crushing Shock deals 126 3 times over. Do the math, that's harder. And then this, it still costs 223 magicka, whereas Crushing Shock cost me 148. It's really low because I have my gear set up for healing, so don't assume that's what it's going to be for yours. So let's just watch what happens when I use this. So we got our little mammoth here. So you see he gets a little fire on him. This is not really that much unique visually compared to the Restoration Staff. And just doing a little weave here, I got 500 DPS. Now remember, I don't have spell power, I don't have weapon power, so you're going to get way more on actual DPS build. But let's compare it to Crushing Shock. So I'm doing the Crushing Shock weave, which is kind of light attack animation canceling, just spamming over and over. Like I said, I need way more weapon power if I'm going to try to break numbers. But I got 570 doing the exact same pretty much boss with 600 hit points, or 6,000, sorry. So I don't think it's that useful. Now, the two-hander, the dagger, those sorts of things, the bow are insanely useful for specific builds. So I'm going to show you some pictures after this. But that's the master weapons. I think they're worth getting, even if it's just a trophy factor to say that you have it. It's something to run Dragonstar Arena for, and I really like it. I'm personally going for the bow for my Nightblade DPS build that I'm making, the Black Widow. So that's why I'm farming these and getting these. I just wanted to show you guys, you know, kind of what you can expect from this and that they're pretty cool and just a reason to do this great content. I really like this game. Another cool thing they spent a lot of time in because they didn't have to make cool little glows and animations for this, but they did, and they made unique sounds and unique staff. So I give them props on it. Maybe not the most unique and effective thing, but it's really cool. One thing to note is the enchantment itself is what makes this weapon so special. So you actually can enchant something over it. So don't do it if you want that enchantment on there. Then also the traits are random. So like me, I got this charge trait. That kind of sucks. So I might have to run it 100 times to get the one that I want, like precise or so. And also thing is that it uses charge every time you use an ability that absorbs a charge. So like if I'm on my healing staff and I use healing springs on a group, that takes a charge. That's why the thing lights up green. Because when I do rapid regeneration, notice it doesn't light up green. I do healing springs, lights up green. So it's a really cool effect, but what I'm trying to get at is it's going to cost you a lot of charges. So get your soul gems up. But these are really worth it. I'm glad they added it to the game. It's worth getting and makes the content fresh. So I did fix my sound issues. Hopefully you guys enjoy this video a lot better. And I appreciate you watching. Now let's go over, I'm going to show you in a slideshow kind of thing, all the weapons that I've seen so far. I think I'm only missing the two-hander, which I'm going to get on my site. So come by the site for updated information, and thanks for watching this video.